Y'all, just a little interaction that I thought I would share with you. I'm going to try and talk a little louder because I realize I've got my hearing aids in and I always talk a lot softer, which is a blessing to most people. Anyway, I'm sitting here and I was going to take Miss Hazel out. And so I took her, back here, and she had her leash on, a very visible doggy bag. And so we were over there, and I was letting her just walk around a little bit. And I hear somebody say, "Are you all right?" And I'm like, okay. Oh my gosh, I see a homeless police vehicle over there. I'm pretty sure that's what it said. Gosh, it's too far away. I think it said that it was a van. They're probably rounding people up. Anyway, so I turned around and it was a policeman. And I looked at him kind of funny. Maybe it was my pink boots. Anyway, I said, "Yeah, I'm fine." And I said, "I have a question." So I ran over to his vehicle and I said, "Did the city put a dump?" No, that wasn't the city. I said, "Well, it had WM on it." He goes, "That's not the city." I said, "Oh, okay." He goes, "What's your question?" I said, "Never mind. I can see you're busy." And I started to walk off, and he goes, No, I'm not." You see, sometimes it just takes a little response. Go away. A little response like that to make someone realize they were kind of borderline rude. Maybe his wife was not nice to him last night. I don't know. But I was taught that if your husband wasn't nice to you the night before, you don't pass that on in your job. But anyway, I just thought it was interesting. And you know what? I'd be willing to bet that it's like if I get called out on something, and I didn't call him out. I just said, no, that's okay. I can see you're busy. But it makes me think. It makes me think. And I've had to apologize in our community more than once because people have called me out on stuff. And I appreciate that. If I'm wrong, I am wrong, okay? And I want to make that right. I want to apologize. But anyway, I just thought that was kind of interesting. Now, I don't know. I read somewhere there's a little gal with pink hair. One of these days, I'm going to do that, y'all. I read somewhere, I don't know, y'all have been sending me some links where the city, I think I talked about this yesterday in a video, was gonna put the homeless people in hotels or motels. Now you know that is going to cost a fortune. Yeah, because not only will they be compensating the motels, but it's going to cost a buttload of money to totally, they'll probably send hazmat teams in there to clean them up. So, it's what I was thinking about this morning. things have moved like this since we have had this virus. And it's like this. We have problems, big problems in our country. And we all know that. I'll use a curve in my childhood as an example. Well, I was a teenager. You know, I started driving when I was 13. When you live out in the country, that's what you do. But we had this big old curve, I mean sharp curve, between our house and town. And people kept complaining about it. And back then, y'all, speed limit 75 miles an hour. So you know people were going at least 85, and that included moi. I drove a lot faster than that on straightaways. But, you know, people complained about it and complained about it. I was going around that curve, and all of a sudden, somebody swerved into my lane. It was a 2-lane. It was not until a couple of people died that they lowered the speed limit before the curve on both sides of it, on both sides of the highway. You know, back then, 2 lanes were called highways, and if you had more than 2 lanes, that was a freeway. But why do we have to wait for tragedy to strike? I know I always use the homeless. That's my heart. But there are lots of other things. I think $31,000 to decorate an office. That would have bought and paid for a tiny house. Y'all, I don't understand. Am I so stupid that I just don't get this stuff? And y'all, I don't care if I just touch one person's life. I feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to. And, if everybody just touched one person's life, and you don't have to do what I do. Good grief. Y'all that work with animals, oh my gosh, I'm so thankful for y'all. Almost every single one of my little animals has been rescued. Almost every single. Well, I think Diesel, my standard poodle, I did pay, I forget, $300 for him. But whatever your passion is, it's so good to have one. It is so good to have one. My sweet friend, Ricky Smithson, who has been with me forever. He is the sweetest, kindest man. And he sent me a picture of him a long time ago. He volunteers at an animal shelter with the kitty cats. And he sent me a beautiful picture of him holding one and a bunch of them on those kitty cat climber things. Ricky is a nurse. And I pray for him. He said they had a couple of cases in their hospital. I don't know if it's increased. I remember one time, because usually I hear from him all the time, and I had to check on him. And I figured he's busy. He's a busy man. But I just like to know because I worry about y'all. You think y'all are not the only ones that worry. I worry about y'all too. And I pray for y'all, and sometimes I have to do a blanket prayer because my mind just can't remember everything. But that's okay because God knows. He knows. But anyway, I don't know. Oh, it's not quite 10 o'clock yet. I was going to say, where's John? He might be in a motel. Now, I can tell you, there was a story about they put a homeless guy, I think. Y'all know I don't remember things absolutely correctly. But I believe he tested for the virus. Now, it wasn't here, but they put him up in a motel and quarantined him for 2 weeks, and they told him he had to stay there. Well, even though you and I would think, whoa, a clean bed, running water, oh yeah, they're not used to that. They're not used to that, y'all. That's not like yesterday they were living in a regular home, and then, today they're living in the dirt. They've been on the streets, most of them, for a very, very long time. They're not used to that. It's strange to them. It's uncomfortable. They're by themselves. They're isolated. So, really, what do you expect? For him to be grateful? Maybe he should have been. Maybe he doesn't know how to be grateful anymore. Anyway, y'all, it's a gorgeous day outside. It's a gorgeous day outside. Oh, and that trash can I was talking about that's right over there on the side of the street, the lid is down on it. Now, John said that he might work on that yesterday. I don't know that it was him, but it could have been. I'll ask him about it when I see him. I sure want him to get his shoes. Susan, thank you so much. Thank you so much. He appreciates it. He knows how to be grateful. So, it's almost time for him to show up. And I told a couple other people that I would be here today with some snacky stuff. So, it kills me, y'all. You know I'm a sugar addict. I know y'all are saying, shut up, Deborah. You've been trying to stop this video for 10 minutes. But, oh, there's a man out there walking around with a little mask on, and he thinks that's going to protect him. No, it's not. But if it makes him feel better and feel safer, then that's a good thing. But, I forgot what I was talking about. How rare and unusual is that? And anyway, I do love y'all. And somebody asked me about my internet thing, and was that going to mean that I wasn't going to have a channel anymore? And Karen, you are so sweet, and a couple of others of y'all explaining that I have unlimited, and I pay through the nose for it, of course, internet on my phone. And what that gadget that Jerry got that hooks to the television, I don't know how the internet, it hooks to the TV, it hooks to my phone, and then the internet goes on that little wire. I try not to think about technology. I don't think about a lot, y'all. My one little bird's out. It's been isolated for a long time, okay? Now, I really am going to let y'all go because if John doesn't show up, I'm going to go looking for him. So, I'll talk to y'all later. Do something fun today. Bye now.